Hello student, welcome to online class. I hope all of you are well and safe at your home. I am Mrs. SD from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. In this video, I will tell you about chapter 3rd of class 5th. The name of the chapter is The Aunt and Amabel. Here, Amabel is the name of a girl. Let's see the story. This is the explanation video. Here is the story. This story is taken from Edith Nesbit's books, The Magic Wall. It means this story is taken from the famous book, and the name of the book is The Magic Wall. It is a short story from the book, that is The Magic Wall. And the writer's name is Edith Nesbit is the name of the writer. Here, Amabel is a little girl who is visiting her aunt. It means Amabel is the name of a girl who visits to her aunt's house. To make aunt happy, Amabel plucked flower from the greenhouse. She wants to make her aunt happy, and so she has plucked a flower from the greenhouse. Greenhouse is a type of glass box where plants were protected, and stick them into the ground in front of aunt's window. She wants her aunt to make happy, so she plucked the flower and stick the flower in the ground in front of her aunt's window. So when her aunt opened the window to see the flower, she may be happy. But what happened then? When her aunt see this, she is upset and stop talking to Amabel. Amabel wants to make her aunt happy, but her aunt become upset and she stopped talking to Amabel. Here, in this extract, Amabel is alone in her aunt's bedroom. She is looking for something to read and find a magic book. Here, in this beginning, the girl, her name is Amabel, and she is in her aunt's room. She wants to read and she's finding something to read. Then she find a magic book. Here it is given, find a magic book. She want to read something, and then she saw a book, and that is a magical book. Let's see what happened then. The beginning of the chapter is Amabel looked around the room for something to read. There was nothing, only a large dressing table was a book covered a red velvet, and on it embroidered in yellow silk were the letter ABC. Here, Amabel is in her aunt's room and she is looking around. She wants to read something, so she is searching for a book. And then she found on a dressing table. Here in the picture it is given, this is a dressing table. There is a book, and it is a book covered in red velvet. The book is covered with red velvet paper. That is, color is red and it is a velvet, and on it embroidered in yellow silk were a alphabet ABC. With yellow silk, ABC is written on the book. It is embroidery. Then, perhaps it is a picture alphabets, said Amabel. She was too old for the alphabet, but she opened the book. This book is very old for her. as she know the alphabets, so she think that this is a alphabets book. Why is it only a timetable? She said. She had learned how to use the dictionary, and this looked like the dictionary. When she saw the book, she felt that this is a dictionary because it looked like a dictionary. She looked up the name of all the places she knew. Pretron, where she had once spent a month. Rugby, where her brother was at school. And home, which was Amabel, and she saw the time when the train left for these places. When she opened the book, as it is a magical book, she first he searched the name of the places where her brother lived and the place where she has spent 1 month and so many things. And wish she could go by those train. And then she saw the timetable, and when the trains for the places left, there is the timetable of train when the train left for these stations. And then she wished she could go by those trains. Then Amabel wanted to look for which by, and it was then that she saw extraordinary name. While reading the book, she saw an extraordinary name, and it is where you want to go to. This was old, but the name of the station from which the train started is still more extraordinary, and it was Big Ward Bordren Sprout Room. It is the name of a station, and below this name, Amabel read in a small letter, "The trim live Big Ward Broadwind Spread Room all the time." And under that, in still small letter, "You had better to go now." These are the things which were written in the magical book. Amabel went straight in a big wardrobe and turned its glass handle. Then she entered to the magic world. As she started reading, she entered to the magic world, and she turned the glass handle of the train. It was most amazing, a crystal cave, very odd shape, like a railway station. When she entered, she saw that it is a made of crystal, and it looked like a cave, and it is very odd shape. The shape is very odd, and it was like a railway station. It seemed to be lighted by a star, and over the star station clock was a full moon. See here it is given the picture of the train. You can see it was lighted with the stars. It means there are so many stars, and there is a over the station clock was a full moon. Here clock is made up. It is look like a moon, full moon. The clock had no figure, only now in shining letter all around it 12 times. There is no finger. It means there is no second or minute figure. Only the alpha numbers are written 12 times. Now let's see what happened then. A porter in white strand hurried forward to take Amabel's luggage. When she was at the station, there was a porter who came to take her luggage. His luggage was ABC, which she will held to her hand. means her luggage is the book on which ABC is written. Lot of time, miss, he said, grinning on most friendly way. I am glad you are going. You will enjoy yourself. What a nice little girl you are. These are the words of Potter, who greeted Amabel and said that you are a nice little girl. This was cheering Amabel's smile. To hear these words, she cheered up. The train was made up entirely of crystal, too, and the cushions were white satin. There were little buttons such as you have for electric bell. In the train, the cushions were made of white strain. It means it is very white, shining clothes. It look very beautiful, and there is little buttons as we have like to switch on the electric bulb or bell. In that way, there is a button on the train. On them, it means on the buttons, what was written? What you want to eat, what you want to drink. It means as we on our button at home, the light is on or fan is on, but on that train, the magical train, the button, when you are on it, you will get what you want to eat or what you want to drink. Let's see what are the another buttons. And the third button is what you want to read. It means when you switch on the button, you can get what you want to eat, what you want to drink, and then what you want to read. In a silver letter, these buttons were of silver letters. Amabel pressed all the buttons at once, and instantly she saw on the cushions by her seat a silver tray with a vanilla ice, boiled chickens and white sauce, almond peppermint creams and mashed potato, and a tall glass of lemon. Beside a tray was a book. Amabel press all the buttons, and these things she get beside her. And she also get a book on a tray. And just as Amabel finished the last spoon of ice, she reached the last full stop of the book. As she started eating and reading the book, when she finished the last ice, at the same time she reached the last full stop of the book, and the train stopped, and hundreds of railway officers in a white velvet shouted, "Where you want to go? Get off here." It means when the train stopped, she saw hundreds of railway officers come and said that, and their dresses were of velvet color, white velvet color. It means those officers have the dress in white velvet, and they shouting that, "Where you want to go? Get off here." It means come down here. A smiling porter opened the door. "Now," he said, "come on out, Miss Amabel, unless you want to go to where you want to go to." Then he saw that a porter who is smiling opened the door and asked her to come out, "Unless you want to go where you want to go." She hurried out onto the platform and saw ahead her a crowd. "What is all that?" she asked the friendly porter. "It is Mayor, dear Miss Amabel," he said. When she came out on the platform, she saw a lot of people, lot of crowd here, and then she asked to the porter, What all that? Then the porter said in a friendly manner that it is the mayor of the city. The mayor bowed low to her and said, "Welcome, dear Amabel. We know you meant to please your aunt. It is not your fault that you didn't know you should ask permission before you touch others people's things." Then Mayor said that you don't have any fault, that because you don't know that you should know that before taking anything from any other people, we should get permission before touching others people things. It means when we want to take anything, we should get permission from the person. "Oh, but," said Amabel, quite confused. "I did." But a band started to play and downward herward. The instruments of the band were all silver and huntsman huntsman clothes were white leather. There were a flower show and concert. There was also a grand dinner with thousands of guests in Amabel's honor. These are the imaginary things she saw in her dream, that lot of people has come to welcome her, and at the same time she also see that her mother, her aunt is there. Amabel began, "Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to make speech. I just want to say thank you." She stopped and happy crowd cheered. To say she want to as on cheer died down, and that I should have thought, but I didn't want to place aunts. It is all so mixed. Oh, I wish aunt was here. Then she wished that her aunt should hear. And instantly aunt was there, very tall, quite nice looking in a very elegant dress. Speech crowd cried the crowd. Speech from aunt. Aunt stood beside Amabel and said, "I think perhaps I was short, and I think Amabel meant to please me, but those flowers were meant for the winter. Well, I was annoyed. I am sorry." Here she feel that her aunt has come, and she understood that Amabel want to make her happy, but it by mistake she has plucked the flower, and she also feels sorry for that. And then both she hugged his, then she hugged the Amabel hug, and they both each other in the step, and the crowd cheer up. In this way, Amabel make her aunt happy. These all are the imaginary things which Amabel was dreaming while sleeping. So this is the story how Amabel make her aunt happy. So I hope it is clear to all of you. When she wake up, Amabel looked around for the book, but there was nowhere. It means these all are dream, and she is dreaming in her dream. So this is the story. I hope you have understood. Children, stay home, stay safe. So we will meet in the next video. Try to solve question answers, and learn the word meaning of this chapter. Children, goodbye.